S&P 500 and Nasdaq reach new heights. Alphabet's impact. In a remarkable turn of events, the S&P 500 and Nasdaq achieved record closing highs, primarily driven by the impressive performance of Alphabet, Google's parent company. This surge in stock prices has sparked a wave of optimism regarding other major players in the artificial intelligence sector. However, not all tech giants are basking in the glow of success. Tesla's stock took a significant hit after the company reported disappointing results, leading to concerns among investors. On July 24, 2025, the S&P 500 saw a modest increase of 0.07%, closing at 6,363.35 points, while the Nasdaq climbed by 0.18% to reach 21,057.96 points. In contrast, the Dow Jones Industrial Average experienced a decline of 0.70%, finishing at 44,693.91 points. This mixed performance highlights the volatility in the market, with traders closely monitoring various factors influencing stock prices. Alphabet's stock rose by 1% following the release of its earnings report, which instilled confidence in investors. The results indicated that substantial investments in artificial intelligence are beginning to yield positive returns, suggesting that the race to dominate this technology is proving fruitful. This development is particularly significant as it reflects a broader trend in the tech industry, where companies are increasingly focusing on AI to drive growth. Additionally, the recent U.S.-Japan trade agreement and encouraging signs of progress in negotiations with the European Union have contributed to the positive sentiment on Wall Street. Sam Stovall, the chief investment strategist at CFRA Research, noted that investors are feeling optimistic about trade discussions, the overall economy, and the trend in inflation, alongside better-than-expected earnings reports for the second quarter. However, not all news was positive. Tesla's stock plummeted by 8.2% after CEO Elon Musk cautioned investors about potential challenges ahead, including a few difficult quarters as government support for electric vehicle manufacturers diminishes. This decline has resulted in a 25% drop in Tesla's stock price since the beginning of 2025, raising concerns about the company's future performance. In the healthcare sector, UnitedHealth stock fell by 4.8%. After the company disclosed its cooperation with a Department of Justice investigation into its Medicare practices, which has raised eyebrows among investors. Meanwhile, IBM stock dropped nearly 8% due to disappointing second quarter results, particularly in its software division, which failed to meet investor expectations. Despite Honeywell exceeding Wall Street's forecasts and raising its annual outlook, its stock still fell by 6.2%, illustrating the unpredictable nature of the market. Trading volume on U.S. exchanges was notably high, with 19.9 billion shares changing hands, surpassing the average of 17.8 billion shares over the previous 20 sessions. However, 8 out of the 11 S&P 500 sector indexes experienced declines, with consumer discretionary stocks leading the way, down by 1.23%. American Airlines faced a nearly 10% drop in its stock price after the company projected a significant loss for the third quarter, attributing this to weak domestic travel demand. The ongoing global trade tensions, particularly those instigated by President Trump's policies, have created substantial uncertainty for the airline industry, reminiscent of the challenges faced during the COVID-19 pandemic. As markets await Trump's visit to the Federal Reserve headquarters, there is speculation about potential changes in interest rates. With the Fed expected to maintain current rates in the upcoming meeting, traders are anticipating a 60% likelihood of a rate cut in September, according to CME's FedWatch tool. In a positive sign for the job market, a report from the U.S. Labor Department indicated that jobless claims fell to 217,000 last week, significantly lower than anticipated. Furthermore, U.S. business activity showed significant growth in July, although companies have begun raising prices on goods and services, which have led economists to predict an uptick in inflation driven by increasing import tariffs. Overall, the S&P 500 recorded 46 new highs and 6 new lows, while the Nasdaq saw 81 new highs and 44 new lows, reflecting the mixed performance of stocks in the current market environment. As we navigate these developments, what are your thoughts on the impact of AI investments on the stock market? Do you believe that the current trends will continue? Or are we heading for a downturn? Share your opinions in the comments below.